One of the reasons why I'm glad I learned Japanese is that it has given me access to Japanese culture, including access to all the manga there is. In this video, we'll cover how learning Japanese will benefit you if you love manga. Please like and subscribe for more content related to learning Japanese and Japanese culture, and comment below for the algorithm. Here are a few reasons why you should learn Japanese if you love manga. Number 1. It's cheaper. Reading a lot of manga can be expensive since you go through a volume pretty fast. You might find ways to mitigate this by borrowing, etc. But if you want to own your own stuff and not be limited in what you read, you need to pay up. Japanese manga can help you out here because they are a lot cheaper. Japanese manga cost from 400 to 600 yen. That's around $3 to $5 or 4.5 euros around the time of recording. This can save you a lot of money in the long run. You can also quite easily get a hold of Japanese manga used, meaning that you can get a physical copy for around 100 yen or so. I actually bought the first edition of Ranma 1/2 for only 1 yen per volume in mint condition. That's not bad at all if you want to hoard stuff and build up your collection. Number 2. You get to read new manga faster. Translation takes a lot of time. If you know Japanese, on the other hand, you don't have to wait. Instead, you can read your favorite manga as soon as it's released. This is great when you love a series and can't wait for the next volume to be released. You can also read new chapters each month if you like to read them in a magazine instead of waiting for the tankobon to be released. By the way, if you liked the video so far, please give that like button a gentle nudge and subscribe for similar content. Number 3. Access to more titles. Not all titles are translated, so you'll be missing out if you don't know Japanese. Even if one series by a creator has been translated, that doesn't mean that older or future series will be translated as well. Even if the series will be translated in the future, you'll have access to the full series right away if you know Japanese. Number 4. Understanding what's really being said. Not everything is translated correctly. Not necessarily because the translators are doing a bad job, but because there's no exact way to convey the author's intent in English. Japanese is a very different language from English, so it's not always easy to convey the original intent 100% correctly. Number 5. Gives you access to Japanese culture. If you love manga, chances are you like other aspects of Japanese culture as well. Anime and games are one thing, but movies, books, TV series, and even more traditional parts of Japanese culture will also be open to you. Not to mention that you can interact with Japanese people and take part in daily life as well as special events. The first time I went to Japan, I wasn't yet fluent in the language. While I still enjoyed my stay immensely, the more my language skills improved, the more interesting experiences I had. Number 6. Japanese manga are easily available digitally, meaning that you can read them wherever you are and get access to new titles immediately, regardless of where you are in the world. There are also a lot of titles available digitally for free. They are usually just available for a while as part of a promotion when a new volume is released. The series is adapted to an anime or if the author has a new series coming, but you still get to check out a lot of new manga this way. Check out this video for more details. Number 7. Japanese language and culture are linked, so you'll understand more of the context if you know the language. You can't really understand a culture without also knowing the language. The way people act and communicate are linked to the options available in the language. You can of course say a lot of things, but mostly the way people communicate are linked to patterns in the language. Some things might, for example, be grammatically correct, but still sound strange to native speakers. This will of course pertain more to manga set in Japan than in a fictional setting, but the language will still carry over to a fantasy or science fiction setting as well. Number 8. Allows you to read Japanese reviews as well to figure out what's good. Most online places where you can read and buy manga have reviews. If you can read Japanese, then you can also get opinions from Japanese readers instead of waiting for English-speaking readers to go through a translated version. This also allows you to more easily find good manga that people outside of Japan don't yet know about. Number 9. you get access to more titles by your favorite creators. Not every series by your favorite mangaka will be translated. Even if one series becomes a hit, there will often be other series that aren't translated and maybe never will be. Your only chance to experience these will be to learn Japanese. Number 10. You can visit manga cafes if you're in Japan. Manga cafes are places where you pay a small sum to stay there, and then you get to read as much manga as you want. Once your reading is up to speed, you can breeze through a series in a few hours. This can save you a lot of money. There's also usually an all-you-can-drink service available as well. So places like these are nice to spend a few hours at, especially when the weather is either too hot, like in the summer, or too cold in the winter. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and let me know in the comments if you speak Japanese or if you plan to learn it, or if you know of any other advantages to knowing Japanese when it comes to reading manga. To see which manga I think have the best art, watch this video next.